And he'll take this inside the 30 to about the 29, maybe the 28-yard line. Javon Kinlaw, the big D tackle there to bring him down.
Gain of 2. Brings up 2nd and 8 at the 28-yard line.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Allen. Letting one go deep for the end zone. And it's intercepted at the goal line. It's the former Seahawk, Richard Sherman. Then he'll take it all the way out near the 30-yard line.
Oh, and that's a nice job defensively to get a piece of the football. He's going to pop it into the air, and then it's the tip drill. And good concentration by him to react to it and pull in the interception.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. That opening drive ended with the INT. It didn't lead to points, but still not the way they were hoping to begin the game.
But how about going and telling your defense, thank you, a huge thank you. You said it didn't lead to points, stalled off that drive. Now they've got a chance to redeem themselves and maybe reward their defense a little bit by putting some points on the board on this one.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. They go back to the ground, this time Mostert. It's a gain of 6, moves them to a manageable 3rd and 2 situation.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
It's a gain of 6. Makes it 3rd and 2.
Push him back. Push it.
They'll try and run here with Mostert. He's got a first down and then some at midfield. Well, he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. Touchdown, 49ers. Raheem Mostert with a lucky number 13 touchdowns now on the year. And the Niners have taken the early lead.
But earlier in the week when they had their scouting report meeting, this was the explosiveness that they talked about trying to contain. They were concerned about it all week, yet he still did it to them. Wonder how that's going to carry over the rest of the game.
Takes this about 5 yards deep. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24-yard line. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left.
More football.
We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team. And that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders.
That guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a 2-game losing streak could have them out of the playoffs. So they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going.
Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them. After 7-0 on EA Sports. An extra DB for the 49ers now on 3rd. Now Allen. And the throw there going to be incomplete. The passing game not in sync here early. And now it's 4th down.
This offense has definitely been slow getting out of the gate. It's almost like they missed their wake-up call for this one. No points on their first 2 possessions, and now it's looking like none on this one either.
On the return is Pettis. A good return there, 17 yards. And the Niners will go on offense. 1st and 10. 32-yard line. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. Things progressing to plan so far. Their defense has been solid, and they've got themselves a 7-0 lead after the touchdown the last time they had the ball.
And this is no time to even think about, hey, are we going to milk the clock? Hey, are we just going to do ball control? This is the NFL. 7-0 leads, they don't last very long unless you continue to push the envelope on offense.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
6-yard line.
Here's Mostert, toss left side. And he'll be out of bounds up near the 45 at the 44. That one a first down pickup of 8.
Raheem Mostert averaged 5.6 yards per carry last year. That was second in the NFL. So it's safe to say that it paid off that he patterned his work ethic after his hero Frank Gore, the former 49er. That's a guy who really shows you how to go out and get it done each and every day. Raheem Mostert patterned him and had a breakout season in 2019 with the 49ers.
That's going to be caught by Samuel. And this will be good for a pickup of 9 to the 46.
Complete to Deebo Samuel.
That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. Garoppolo going to give to Mostert. And he'll be close to a first down as the tackle made at the Bills' 40-yard line.
What a breakout season Raheem Mostert had in 2019, and now he's got a chance to be the lead back for his team. In fact, he spent time in the offseason bulking up, trying to get stronger, to absorb the extra hits and be available for more snaps. He wants to be a guy who carries the ball from game 1 all the way through game 16 in the regular season.
At the 21-yard line.
On 1st and 10, it's Mostert. Tackle made there by Jordan Poyer.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
On 2nd down, Mostert. And they work this near the 5. He'll be stopped at the 6. They picked up 5 yards last time. Now they double it and get 10 here.
Now this is an example of breaking down a defense, because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. Call it a loss of 16 there, but it'll be 2nd and goal. So after the loss of down, they'll come up here with a 2nd and goal. Garoppolo going to get this off to Mostert, and they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. Able to get 9 out of that pitch and catch, but now 3rd and goal. And this is a guy who last week not only helped his real team, but really helped a lot of fantasy teams. 3 trips to pay dirt. They've got to contain him.
And watching him plays like this.
He'll be hit and taken down at the 21. Jerry Hughes able to record his 5th sack of the season.
That's quite a stand there defensively. A huge sack on 3rd down, and that's going to force him into a field goal attempt.
And in his 15th season, he's able to get this one to go. And the lead moves to 10-zip. So in the end, they had the ball for 10 plays, but the drive gets them 3, not 6.
Is it okay if I give credit to both sides on this one?
Absolutely.
All right, let's start defensively. They hung in there. 10-play drive, but they stiffened when they got close to the goal line, made them kick a field goal. And for the offense, 10-play drive. They might be a little disappointed they got a field goal, but they moved the ball down the field with dispatch and came away with points. Well, conventional football 101, tells us if you don't get it back to the 20-yard line on a kickoff return, that's a disappointment. But some of these team special teams coaches, with approval by the head coach, they give them full authority to go ahead and bring it out, try to be aggressive. Almost what we call the green light, red light theory. Green light means go, red light means stop. Looks like he had green on that play.
First play of the drive, a success, 19 yards. A reminder coming up just a few minutes from now, we'll send you to Jonathan Coachman and our crew in Orlando. Coach will have a look back at some of the stats and scores from yesterday's action. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
This defense is not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. It came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. And that will be incomplete. The passing game not in sync here early. And now it's 4th down.
I know this offense was expecting to do big things, but it certainly hasn't turned out that way, at least not through the first 3 drives. They're definitely going to have to put their heads together and start concocting some offense that'll move the ball downfield.
Here comes Pettis on the return. Excellent work on the run back there, 33 yards. And out will come the offense as they take over.
At their own 44-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And last time they were able to churn some clock. They got the field goal, added on to their lead. But that was a drive that was so long, it should have ended in a touchdown. You know that's how they felt.
And we'll both be headed to the airport after the game, but we probably should go to the post-game press conference because someone's going to ask the head coach about this drive, and he's going to profess that he was happy to get points, and we know that's not true. Okay.
And they take him down. The Bills get to him. The sack there by Trent Murphy. Now Charles dealing with a 3rd and long. They'll have to try to go back to the air again, and this time avoid the sack.
Certainly hard to try to establish momentum when all you're doing is going backwards, not protecting the passer, and he gets dumped on his backside.
Well, that last sack, it puts Garoppolo and the 49ers in a tough spot. They face a 3rd and long. From the gun, it's Garoppolo. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. So instead of 4th down, 1st down.
Well, so much for winning the down you put a lot of emphasis on because 3rd down is key for offense and defense. Instead, you're going to stay on the field and start a new set of downs.
A play fake from Mostert. Now Garoppolo winds up and lets it go for Samuel. And he will take this all the way up past the 40-yard line.
The good old cover 3 defense, partner. When you start playing football as a safety, that's the first thing you're taught. Middle of the field, be as deep as the deepest receiver in any zone, and break on the football when it's thrown and pick it off, just as we saw there.
And Allen going to be intercepted for the 3rd time. Picked by Tarvarius Moore. That late in the clock, 2nd quarter, why not just run it a time or 2 and get it into the locker room?
What you're saying makes absolutely perfect sense. Run it and get out of there. But I'm just wondering if the pressure of today's NFL and the high-powered offenses that you're facing may have forced them into saying, let's try to get some more points.
The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. A shotgun snap for Garoppolo. This one complete to Jordan Reed. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. Now San Francisco going to call their 2nd timeout as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half. Working from the gun, Garoppolo. Incomplete, and we're down to 8 seconds now.
Thrown away and in.
Ball on the 42 as they come up 2nd and 10. From the gun, it's a handoff to Coleman. And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout. So with 1 second left in the half, on is the field goal unit. And now they'll take a timeout defensively. After the 2nd down play, they burn the timeout, making them sweat out the final few ticks here in the 2nd quarter. The kick by Gold is good, and that will do it for this first half. So we've reached the intermission in what right now is a 13-point game. As we'll send you back over to Orlando with our EA Sports Halftime Report, here's Jonathan Coachman. It's the 49ers out in front, and they will get the football first as well as we are back and started in the 2nd half. Fields it in the middle of the end zone. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17.
Niners take over 1st and 10 at their own 17-yard line.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. They built a good first-half lead. Now they have a chance to... Oh, he tried to pitch it, and the ball's loose. We talk a lot about setting the tone to start the game. Well, you want to start the tone right in the third quarter as well, and nearly lost a football there in their first drive.
And sometimes we overdo it when we talk about halftime adjustments and what teams are going to do. Most of the time, it's just a matter of executing the game plan you brought in. But I'll guarantee you, they didn't draw that play up on the whiteboard at halftime. They're fortunate to retain possession.
Just his second catch of the game so far. This one moves the chains.
First and 10 at the 28-yard line.
On first down, Garoppolo taking a shot for Samuel. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's second down.
Similar to a shooter in basketball, just connected on the previous shot. They run another set for him on the next play. Now, we had a guy who made the catch. They tried to get the big one downfield, but came up empty.
So after the incompletion on first, now second and 10. They run out of the shotgun with Mostert. They'll only get a couple up to about the 30.
I think if we put together a job description for a middle linebacker, we would start with being able to hold down things in the middle of the line of scrimmage and be able to take on blockers. But how about the guys who can go sideline to sideline and make plays?
Love a guy that can do that. We saw a perfect example of it right there. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. So good work there on the defensive side for the first drive of the second half.
Yeah, and until their offense can get into rhythm, their defensive players and staff have got to say to themselves, we've got to make it work. We've got to stand in here and make sure nothing else happens until our guys start moving the ball.
21 yards. Well done on the return. And the Bills will take over the football with a first and 10. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And, Charles, they're certainly still right in this game, but they need that offense to wake up and in a hurry.
Yeah, I like the way you put it. They certainly did seem to sleepwalk a bit in the first half. Now that their defense has done its job, it's their turn now to go out and try and get some points.
On the pickup. Second and 6 at the 36-yard line.
From the 36, Allen. And he whips that one incomplete there. Tyler Kroft, the tight end, the one he was looking for. And it's third down.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
And he'll go out near midfield at the 49. That his first catch so far. They've held him under wraps, but he's got a first down there. They'll run on first down with Singletary. And he's got this one across midfield into 49er territory. Yeah, give him 4 yards there. It'll be second and 6. The run got 4. Now they deal with a second and 6.
At the 47-yard line.
They go right back to Singletary. Just a couple on the pickup there, and now it's third down.
We know that old expression, it's not my night. It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play.
Receiver coaches preach to their guys all the time. Separation, that's what's going to make the play successful. That time there was very little, and I think they were actually fortunate that it was only knocked away and not intercepted.
Well, the Bills send the punter out as he's on here to punt it away. Now this is going to carry well into the end zone for a touchback.
at their own 20-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. This crew had to punt last time they had the ball, but when you've got a lead like this, you content to play the field position game?
You are to an extent, especially if you like your defense, because you have the lead, you've been controlling the game. But why put them in a tougher spot? You want to get out there and get something done on offense and maybe take command of this game yourself.
Up at the 29 now, they'll head to the line, 2nd and a yard. Now left side on the swing pass. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. It's a first down on a gain of 10. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Now Garoppolo. Open man is Samuel, complete. And they've got it well across midfield, down to the 40 before it's all said and done. A good pickup there, 21 yards.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 40-yard line.
So 1st and 10 now in Buffalo territory, right at the 40. Garoppolo now winds up and lets it go. And this is caught inside the 5. Touchdown, 49ers. Deebo Samuel with touchdown number 12 on the year. And the 49ers add on to their lead. And he showcased his blazing speed on that one.
Was he wearing football cleats or track spikes? Because he was gone. Big-time play, and just think about what that does if you're a receiver on the team with him. Well, that's got to open things up for you as well, because if I'm a defense, I've got to get back deeper and deeper in order to keep him in front. But I'm not sure how many can actually keep him in front with that speed.
Taken in the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line.
16-yard line.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone.
And I know that everyone's going crazy on that sideline because that drives you berserk to come off the field, not really move the ball well. As you said, not even get to the red zone, let alone, not even put points on the board. They've got to just take a deep breath, relax, try to figure out what is working, and call more of that.
He'll be dropped at the 25 after a gain of 6. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. They'll try to run for it with Yeldon. And they're able to get this one across the 35.
Pardon, if you want more carries, I think we saw how you get them. Showed that he's got the fresh legs, and he picked up the first down on that run. Don't just ask for them. Show them that you're supposed to get the football.
Here's a run on first down that won't even get back to the line of scrimmage. He will lose a yard. 2nd and 11. Back now here in Santa Clara. A lot of happy faces in the crowd at this point as their guys have a big lead here to start quarter number 4. Boy, and now they can't even get a play off. He didn't seem in a rush. I guess they just didn't know where the play clock was.
I think you're right about that because there was no hurried movements there, right? No up-tempo at all. Clock just ran out. I think he was as surprised as maybe his bench was.
And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete. So the ball a little late getting there, and it's 3rd down. The Bills on 3rd down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This is 3rd and 16. And this is caught. A spectacular one-handed grab there. It's a pickup of 13, but they're still a bit short, and it'll be 4th down.
What a catch and one-handed, and I'm starting to lose my awe about the play, and maybe I shouldn't. How much of this is the player? How much of it is the glove?
Well, those gloves, they do have a little grip to them,
They
don't
get a
they?
little extra tackiness to them now, and I know the guys in the NFL, the competition committee, some other places, they're talking about examining those gloves to see if they're having too much of an effect on the game.
Well, they've clearly made a conscious decision here to be more aggressive in the late stages of this game here in the second half.
And I get it. In this situation, you know, if you want to be aggressive out near midfield, you feel good about your defense maybe, or just, hey, I thought I had a proper play call. But how about the guys that just stopped them? How good do they feel right now? Hey, you want to go for it here? We shut you down? They're over on the bench right now feeling great.
Extra bulk up front for 2nd and inches. 3 tight ends. Again, they'll run it with Mostert. And for one of the first times all night, he is going to go nowhere as they bury him behind the line. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up 3rd down. The Niners on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. And that is incomplete.
Whenever I see an in-route dropped, as we just saw on that play, I'm always thinking that in the back of their mind, they're worried about what's coming at them because they're going towards traffic on that route as opposed to being away from it and maybe having a little bit more space.
Now this is fielded in the end zone. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Bills will take over at their own 20.
20-yard line.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. Even though they were able to force the punt defensively, still a big hole to climb out of, especially in this late stage of the contest. And he stopped right at the 25 after a gain of 5. Stop made by Fred Warner, who was the Niners' leading tackler during their run to the Super Bowl last year. Singletary again. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here.
He's tackled.
What I enjoyed most about watching Devin Singletary as a rookie, and he had a nice campaign, 775 yards on the ground and a rushing average in the top 5 in the league last year, is that what I saw in college transferred to the NFL. Continued to make the first tackler miss, whether he's in the hole or on the perimeter. I expect him to get to 1,000 yards rushing this season.
For Lee Smith.
From the 34, they'll come to the line on 2nd and 10. A play fake to Singletary, and now it's Allen. He's got it complete to Diggs, right side. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. A gain of 28 yards there and give him a first down. So from inside Niner territory now, this is 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. Allen now looks to throw. And the Niners get there and bring him down. Nick Bosa racking up sack number 12 for him on the year. And the job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20. Oh, and he'll just get rid of this one deep. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. To throw, it's Allen. Now they go screen, it's complete. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. That'll bring up 4th down. They wind up getting 8 yards, but they needed more than that. But instead of throwing it downfield, Charles, they just tried to dump it underneath there. You like the call?
I do. I think it's a high-percentage play because you get the completion, and what you're counting on is your back to use his legs and his elusiveness to make people miss and pick up the first down. In this case, it didn't happen.
And he's going to be sacked. They sack him back right at the midfield stripe. D4. And this defense will take over right at midfield. Garoppolo going to bring the Niners up here 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line. He'll look to Mostert to start things out.
Number 30.
It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
I have to chuckle to myself a little bit, Brandon, because right now I could be in that huddle with that offensive line. I know exactly what they're saying. If you call a pass play here, we're going to call timeout. Run the football. We've got control of this thing. Get in behind us and let's go.
Their time to shine. So it's 49er football here as we get you reset. And no doubt what they're looking to do is just salt away the final couple of minutes and escape with a win. And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. A call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down.
And he continues to pile up the yardage. That puts him over $150 now. And this defense has really had its problems trying to keep him contained.
They'll try to run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31. 3 yards is half of what they needed. Now can they get the other 3 here on third down?
3rd and 3.
To throw, it's Garoppolo. Got his target, Samuel. And they'll get this one to about the 20-yard line.
For a 49er.
He's been the go-to guy. They needed a big play there on third down. Went his way, it worked out.
It doesn't matter whether they've scouted it or that they think he's going to get the ball. He has a knack for finding his way open and completing the connection.
And he's going to push his way down to about the 12. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3 at the 12-yard line.
Garoppolo looking to throw. Oh, they intercept Garoppolo for the 3rd time. Picked off by Jordan Poyer. And he'll go down inside the 15 at his own 13-yard line.
At their own 13-yard.
That was a really nice interception. I think it illustrates the differences between playing man and playing zone. When you're in man, all you're focused on is the receiver in front of you. But when you're in zone, you're allowed to read the quarterback's eyes and go to the ball. That's exactly what happened on that play.
16-yard line.
Yeah, give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
2nd and 6.
They'll keep it on the ground. Singletary, a first down and more. And he'll finally be taken down just shy of midfield. So the victory here for San Francisco, and this was truly a total team effort, Charles, on both sides of the ball.
Well, they absolutely pitched a shutout, so it can't get much better than that, right? The defense led the way, but the offense did their part as well. They moved the ball up and down the field, so you've got to like what you saw. What do they call that? A total team effort? I think when it's time to hand out game balls, guys from both sides will end up getting one.
So for the 49ers, the win moves them a couple games